Okay, so facing the wall this time, whichever arm is closest towards the wall that was helping us to balance earlier, we're going to start to make that big circle. So as we make that big open shape like before, this time we're moving towards the wall. And we're going to see if we can just keep moving in and out of this. And you can imagine that you're like scooping something up from the floor or near the floor. And then we're going to add that twist back to standing. You don't need to get like close to the floor. This can be like in mid-air, some sort of scooping movement where we might need to use our feet a little bit more. And then to this movement, we're going to start to add in something for the opposite hand. So we're going to take our opposite hand towards our front leg. And as we scoop forward, or as we bowl forward with the hand that we're going to circle, we're going to slide that hand down towards the leg as we create this hip hinge. So as we slide forward, we're then going to scoop, and as we scoop forward, we're going to slide that hand all the way up. And then we're going to try it again. So sliding and scooping. It's not something that I thought I would use to describe this position, but that's the way it goes. Seeing if we can breathe at the same time when it's helpful. And then the next time we're sort of reaching towards the floor, sliding that supporting hand towards the floor, we're going to keep that sliding hand still. We're going to glue it towards our leg. And we're going to keep scooping that hand up. We're going to avoid the wall and maybe we look up towards that top hand. You might stay for a second and reset, or you can go back to scooping. So remembering that you don't need to even reach the ankle. This could be your thigh, it could be your knee. And if you have all the options available to you, it might be a nice idea to sort of experiment with what you feel might be the easier option, what you feel might be the harder option, and see if that matches the experience of actually doing it. Okay. So let's come back to standing. You can reset things if you need to. Adjust your back foot. We're going to do the same thing, but now away from the wall. So this is where we know things start to get trickier, because we're moving in that counterintuitive direction. Okay, so the hand that we were sliding before is now going to be the hand that scoops. So we're going to scoop that opposite hand forward. We're going to make that big circle. We're not going to complicate things yet. Your heel, your back heel, doesn't need to be in contact with the floor. Our pelvis is already sort of constrained by the way we've organised our feet, even though we might still notice it sort of tips from side to side. And then if it's possible, if it's an option, to the scooping movement, we're going to add that sliding motion of the opposite hand. So we're going to scoop forward with that circling arm, we're going to slide forward with the opposite hand. And as we get up to standing, that hand's going to slide back up. So it's pretty active. We're not resting our weight. We might feel like our hamstrings get a bit involved here. And it's reaching across as we slide. So again, this might feel like super awkward. The back foot might feel a bit unstable. So we can make this smaller. Okay, so if it's an option like we did before, the next time we're sort of sliding and scooping forward, we're going to leave the sliding hand where it can reach, and we're going to attempt to scoop that arm. And we could stay and hold for a few seconds. I quite like to do the moving part a few times just to check in, and then I might choose to stay for a few seconds. And we're not looking for this perfect sort of reverse triangle. We're looking for like something really active that we can get ourselves in and out of, that we can breathe in, and that is like appropriately challenging for whatever it is we wanted to do today. Okay. Right, so let's come back up to standing. Let's give our legs a break. Wiggle the toes, wiggle around. You might choose to walk around your space. We're going to try that on the other side. So if you've got the wall, turn around. If you've got the corner, you can sort of just re-angle yourself.